Nugraha. In this video, I will explain about aggregate expenditure and equilibrium output from Cass and Fairbairn. Let's begin.
Aggregate expenditure and equilibrium output. The level of GDP, the overall price level, and the level of employment, three chief concerns of macroeconomic, are influenced by events in three broadly defined markets. 1. Good and service market. 2. Financial market. And 3. Labor market. You can see the core of macroeconomic theory diagram. The market for good and service and the money market give the result of connection between the goods market and the money market. The result is aggregate demand and aggregate supply depend on the labor market. Aggregate output is the total quantity of goods and service products or supply in an economy in a given period. Aggregate income, the total income received by all factors of production in a given period. Aggregate output, income, Y, a combined term used to remind you of the exact equality between aggregate output and aggregate income. That is the aggregate income minus consumption equal to saving. The firms give the aggregate income to household, and household give saving and consumption to the firms. Saving is the part of its income that a household does not consume in a given period, distinguished from saving, which is the current stock of accumulated saving. Saving is income minus consumption. Identity is something that is always true. The graph is about an aggregate consumption function. Because the aggregate consumption function is a straight line, we can write the following equation to describe it. The slope delta C per delta Y is B. Marginal propensity to save MPS, that fraction of a change in income that it saves. MPC plus MPS equal to 1. Because the MPC and the MPS are important concepts, it may help to review their definition. The marginal propensity to consume is the fraction of an increase in income that is consumed, or the fraction of a decrease in income that comes out of consumption. The marginal propensity to save is the fraction of an increase in income that it saves, or the fraction of a decrease in income that comes out saving. The graph about aggregate output and aggregate income, you can see that where the consumption function is above 45-degree line, consumption exceeds income and saving is negative. And where the consumption function across the 45 line, consumption is equal to income and saving is 0. Where the consumption function is below than the 45-degree line, consumption is less than income and saving is positive. Planned aggregate expenditure is the total amount the economy plans to spend in a given period equal to consumption plus planned investment. AE equals C plus E. Planned aggregate expenditure equal consumption plus planned investment. Equilibrium occurs when there is no tendency for change in the macroeconomic good market. Equilibrium occurs when planned aggregate expenditure is equal to aggregate output. You can see the graph about equilibrium aggregate output income. aggregate output, plan, and income. Aggregate output more than plan, aggregate expenditure, inventory investment is greater than plan, actual investment is greater than plan investment. Plan aggregate expenditure more than aggregate output, inventory investment is smaller than plan, actual investment is less than plan investment. Equilibrium in goods market is achieved only when aggregate output and planned aggregate expenditure are equal, or when actual and planned investment are equal. The planned aggregate expenditure and aggregate output diagram, the firms give the aggregate output the result. The firms give aggregate income to household. Household give saving to financial market, and financial give to the firms. Household give consumption, and firms give planned investment, and the result is planned aggregate expenditure. The saving equilibrium to investment approach to equilibrium. Multiplier is the ratio of the change in the equilibrium level of output to a change in some autonomous variable. What is autonomous variable? Autonomous variable is a variable that is assumed not to depend on the state of the economy. That is, it does not change when the economy changes. This added income does not vanish into thin air. It is paid to households that spend some of it and save the rest. The added production leads to added income, which leads to added consumption spending. The multiplier graphic. The multiplier as seen in the planned aggregate expenditure diagram. Delta E plus delta C, the result is delta AE, or aggregate expenditure. The multiplier equation. Equilibrium will be restored only when saving has increased by exactly the amount of the initial increase in I. The marginal propensity to save may be expressed as MPS equal to delta S per delta Y. Because delta S must be equal to delta E for equilibrium to be restored, we can substitute delta E for delta S and solve. The size of the multiplier in the real world. In reality, the size of the multiplier is about 1.4. That is, a sustained increase in autonomous spending of 10 billion into the US economy can be expected to raise real GDP over time by about 14 billion.
Okay, that's a theory about aggregate expenditure and equilibrium output. I hope you enjoy that video. See you next time. Bye.